Hi everybody and welcome back to Hex Token Channel. Hope you guys have been enjoying the content, but you know how I roll. Let's get straight into it. Hex.com, let's go. All right, we're going to check out the Hex daily stats and look at the health of the ecosystem. Let's go for gold. Day 682. That's where we're at the moment. 682, 14th of October. Man, we're moving towards Christmas pretty fast. Let's see, the price got time snapped. Every 24 hours it gets snapshot here at 36.7 cents. So up 1.2%. Nice. The ROI multiplier for all-time low is now 6,537. Remember, the all-time low was about the 5th of January 2020. So pretty cool. Payout per T-share. This is what everyone loves. The more T-shares you have, the bigger the payout you get in Hex, and that's 5.758 for yesterday. T-share price just under 7,000 US dollars. Tshare rate 18,960 is up, no change yesterday, so amazing. Heading towards 19,000 though, so to get a 2-day Tshare basically almost at 19,000, it's going to go up and to the right. Remember, that's one of the key things in Hex, is that the Tshare rate will always go up and to the right, making it more expensive to get T-shares, more expensive to get that reward of 5.75 at the moment. So pretty awesome per Tshare. All right, so let's have a look here. Average stake length 5.75, holding steady there. The APY rate, that's the interest plus the early end stake penalties, that's 36.89%. Man, you can't get that in the bank, right? 0.5% in the bank, maybe. 36.89%. Epic. I love it. So good. Right, liquidity 96.9 million almost. So that's just down slightly from yesterday. Obviously, a bit of increase in the price means less Hex in the pool. Liquidity in the pool of USDC 31,100,000, and that's up from yesterday about what's that? About $250,000. Not bad. Liquidity pool is at 1043, down slightly from yesterday also, meaning a few changes there. All right, doesn't always necessarily correlate to the USDC. Remember, USDC is about 87% of all of the liquidity pools there. Total value locked at 23.21 billion. Market cap 211 billion today. That's up. What's it up? That's up a bit from yesterday, a couple billion. And a T-share market share is at 77 billion, and that's based on 11 million shares there. T-shares. Remember, at some stage that's going to go down, down pretty fast. In fact, we can see that later on in the profile, and we'll check that out. So change in T-shares, 10,674. So those are stakes coming out pretty much. Total supply, 635 billion. But of course, the circulating supply is what really matters there. Minted inflation 5.1 million. That's pretty low today, so not a lot of Hex coming back into the system from stakers. Circulating supply 572.5. We know that the majority of that is owned by the Origin wallet. A lot of people that commentate on the market that are not familiar with how Hex works always miss that. Always miss that the Origin wallet is helps support the project, and that's a huge part, up to about 90%. Obviously, it's sacrificed for the Pulse chain as well, about 14 billion. So big change there. Change in circulating supply, 11.2 million up, and staked supply, 62.9 billion Hex is staked. Very nice, and we know something like 13-18% of that is the Origin wallet too. Changed in staked supply, down 6 million. That explains that with the T-shares as well. Staked supply GA 172 million. Change in stake supply GA down 1.1 million. Very cool. Now the stake percentage, another key metric, of course, 9.9%. Payout is 63 million, just over 63.5 million. For the payout and Hex, the penalties were just under 600,000. Those two together, of course, going back to stakers. Very cool. Total holders 368,400. This is one of my key metrics. Of course, we were talking about growth, right? Growth is key to getting scarcity in the marketplace, and also stakes also are important. People locking away their Hex, that is highly correlated to the Hex price. So I think it's something over 80. I think it's over 0.8. So there we are. Total change in holders 452. Current stakers, of course, 67,202. This is the current amount, 178 up there. Still growing. That's the key. You just want to keep growing. You don't want zero numbers or negative numbers. That's the way you want. You want to just keep going. Total stakers, 2010. Change in total stakers 233. And current holders 259. 1,575, and up 393, which is a pretty good increase today. Really cool. That's a big highlight today. Very cool. I like that. So those are the key numbers, folks, and looking good. Ecosystem's looking healthy. Quickly look at the price of HEX on nomics.com. As you can see, nomics.com, HEX is number 3, up 9.46% for the day. Woohoo! Party on, everybody. If you're HEX holders, HEXkins, get into it. Almost at 38 cents there at the current price. So we looked at the snapshot price, this is the current price, up again. So pretty nice market cap, 217 billion, daily volume at 27.5 million. Pretty cool. Whales have definitely been out in play too, so we're going to check out that a bit later. Let's have a quick look at the old staked amount still here is the same. We're going to have a look at these charts because they're pretty cool. The Tshare price currently at the moment is 7,196, so a lot stronger today than when snapshot, just within an hour, or within 20 minutes or so. So pretty cool. And of course, the Tshare is in yellow here, and the market price of HEX is in the white, and you can see up and to the right. Now the price has obviously pulled back a bit, and so has the Tshare price. So actually a good opportunity to get in, assuming that we're going to go for another parabolic rise, which is a lot people are expecting. I'm probably expecting it maybe in a few days, but definitely the price is already moving today. So could be as soon as tomorrow or within the next week is my guess. All right, so the share rate, of course, the share rate and the HEX price determine the share price. All right, so here's the share rate here, and it's always going up and to the right. So no matter what the HEX price does, the share rate is going up to the right. And there we are. It's up today. Obviously, there was no change in today, but it's going up and to the right for the most part. Daily payout per HEX, of course, is we've talked about this already, and this is looking pretty stable. No big penalties yet, so these big anomalies at the top here are all big penalties. No big ones there for that yet. Let's quickly look at the dashboard, of course, and we're going to go to the home page here. Let's go to the overview. Check this out. Have a look here, and we'll pull up the old change. So all these links, by the way, in the video description, so easily accessible for you to get familiar. If you're invested in HEX, of course, as a HEXkin, or you're new to HEX in particular, you should learn these statistics pretty well. Obviously, I'll be covering them on today's video and every day as much as possible. So pretty exciting. Now this is a key chart. Of course, a lot of people don't even look at this chart. It is pretty pivotal. This is all stakes, folks. All stakes that are maturing over the next 15 years. Very cool chart. It also gives you a good lead. Of course, staking has a high correlation to price. And you've got the last 2 big months candles. We have big candles all the way through 2020, pretty much, especially from March. 2021, sorry, especially from March. And you can see that we've got the last 2 big candles left. So we get through those. And the fortunate thing, of course, we've got pulse chain. So we've got October here, November here, and then December's still on a bigger side, but definitely not as big as these previous two candles. Obviously, this has been influencing a bit of a selling pressure. You get some weak paper hands, you get a few OGs with paper hands leaving. This is the way they go, and so you have a bit of sell down. That's what we've experienced the last couple of days. Obviously, with a bit of software delay with the pulse chain with testnet on, but delayed to probably mid December is my guess, just before Christmas possibly, and at the very latest January is my guess on that. But I'm expecting a mid-December. We'll probably miss out on the 2nd of December, which is the two-year anniversary of HEX, but that's all good. So I think this is going to hold back some of the staking, and I expect quite a few of these stakes are maturing that weren't sold down or will be sold down to actually get sold down. Basically get restaked. A lot of it will get restaked, and we'll see how that plays when pulse chain comes up. Of course, everything in pulse chain is going to get priced up, so it's going to be pretty interesting to watch that. Now the background chart here in the purple is all the T-shares aggregated, so this accumulates all the way up to 11 million at the end, and you can see this 10-year stake period we get a lot of jump in the number of T-shares, but all these other T-shares will expire. So when we get to the mean period, about 5.75 years, means those are holding T-shares after that will be getting really great returns in volume. So it really is a long person's game. People have stake a lot shorter. This short here due to uncertainty, but of course the Hex project has been gaining momentum and confidence, and obviously we looked at all the growth in new wallets, new stakers. Really is gaining more momentum. So I expect some of these people will probably stake out for that as well. And there's plenty of positions to stake out, of course, and particularly between year 231 and 234, there's big gaps there to fill out. So that'll be interesting to see. Obviously, easy to get T-shares now because the share rate is going up and to the right. The share prices are probably going to go up and to the right as well, with the share rate and the Hex price getting more bullish over time. Very cool. We'll watch out for that. Obviously, there's also Pulse Chain, and there'll be Pulse Swap and lots of projects and DeFi's, and the Pulse Chain ecosystem is going to be interesting to watch. All right, that's pretty cool. Let's have a quick look at Richard Hart's comments over the last 24 hours. Let's go for gold. And it's the last one, the last 16 hours ago. You Hexicans, what's most interested you to join the Bitcoin chart or an Ethereum chart or something else? So it's got the Hex and BTC there. Obviously, Hex outperforming BTC. Look at that, and what a great project to be. Best chart last 18 months for sure. No doubt about that. And Hex Whale buys 12 million worth of 4 million during the 12% price. I might do a separate video on that, so stay tuned for that. So Hex Whale's in the market there, buying up while the price moves back. So very cool on that. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Feel free to subscribe, like, share, and hit the bell. I'll be doing a couple more videos, of course, on Hex. I'd like to do about 3 a day. Sounds pretty good because Hex is on the moon ship, and Pulse Chain's coming down the line. Subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care now. Bye.